to my YouTube channel. My name is Wendy, your Magandita. And for today's videos, since some of you are asking about the processing of visa here in Portugal, this video is all for you. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and you might also please consider to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will never miss any tips and vlogs like this with Magandita. So also you can share it to your family if you found this informative. Here we go. The number one you should do is, when you first land here in Portugal, the first thing you're gonna do is, within 2 days, you have to call the staff to make an appointment to make a legal entry. If you want to be a resident here, permanent, or to work here, because most of the time coming here you're handling only a tourist visa, right? So like me, I came here for a tourist visa only, and when I come here I wanted to be a resident. So I called SAP. For you to call a SAP, it's not so easy to call a SAP because usually they're not answering immediately. So the first thing you should do is call them in the morning. When you call SAP, ask them an appointment, and with a set an appointment, when you reach onto SAP, you can have a legal entry paper. Having a legal entry, it's gonna be says that what you need to get a resident visa. And those things, the documents you needed are fiscal number, or they call it NIF, social security, like proof of address here in Portugal, a valid passport of course, and bank account, and police clearance here in Portugal, and criminal records from your country, which is also should be authenticated from the embassy here in Portugal. So the next steps you do, since you know everything, you know all the documents you needed, you need to open a bank account. Opening a bank account, I use Activo Bank because it's more on expats friendly, the Activo Bank. All you need to do is to have a valid passport, since you don't have a contract, because usually they're asking for a contract. You need a valid passport, a proof of address, either here or on other country. In my situation, I use my Qatar, the proof of address. So that's it. When you open an account, Activo Bank is very fast and easy. On the same day, you're gonna get your bank card. So, and also the best thing for that bank is they're not having, fees, monthly fees. They don't have. So that's one of my advices for you to get a bank account, Activo Bank. And I'm gonna put the link in the description below, the Activo Bank. So when you get a bank account, all you need to do now is to get a NIF. Getting a NIF is also, you need a proof of address. Or in my case, I use a representative. Representatives that you are, like, represent you to, like an attorney or something. So when you get fiscal number, is also easy to get. It's a one-day process. All you have to do again is to fall in the line, go to the fiscal office in the morning, because usually it has a huge line. So after getting a fiscal number, you're gonna need a social security. Getting a social security is not so easy unlike fiscal number, because you need a contract. Of course, applying in a big company like information technology company, you need to have a resident visa, right? So some people is doing like this. They're applying for waitresses, for domestic jobs, because those personal, like families or domestic jobs, they are giving contract. So when you apply for those jobs, when you get a contract. So when you get a contract, you're gonna go to social security, because in social security you're gonna need an employer to fill up those things. So when you fill up those things, when your employer fill up everything and the social security, the paper that you need, you're gonna take it personally with the ID of your employer, the Portuguese ID of your employer. So when you take that, it's also a one-day process. All you have to do again is to be patient to fall in the line, because most of the time they're always fully huge line. That same day, you're gonna get the social security number. When you get a social security number, you have to give it immediately, of course, to your employer. From that day, when you get the social security, your employer should start to pay the social security included on the contract. You know what I mean? So after that, you're gonna need a three receipts, 3 to 5 receipts, if I'm not mistaken. I think 3 receipts. I said that. All of those things that you have to upload it to SEP, or we call it SAPA. You know, SAPA SEP. So when you uploaded all these things, that in the documents that you have to scan it, send it online to SEP. Of course, you should also have the criminal record. Criminal record in my case is not so easy because it takes 3 weeks for me from Philippines. So from Philippines, when I receive it here, I took it to my embassy to make it authenticated. And also, one more thing I forgot, you have to translate those things to Portuguese, because in my case this is in Tagalog and also in English, so you have to translate all those things in Portuguese, you know. And also the proof of address. The alternative way for you to have a proof of address is go to Junta Freguesia. Junta Freguesia, it's also a 1-day process. You're just gonna need a 2 representative to get a Junta Freguesia, like proof of address that you're living in this address. So that's the thing. And when you get all these things, again, uploaded to SEP online, scan it, upload it, in all those things. When you uploaded everything in SEP, you have to wait for this to be accepted by SEP. For me, it takes, because of the COVID, it takes like a year. Unfortunately, yes, because nowadays SEP is having a problem. So when it gets accepted, you're gonna receive an email for yourself. When you receive an email that your MI is manifestation of interest, they call it manifestation of interest. You can have a number when you upload it. When it got accepted, you have to check every time. You have to make a schedule. Making a schedule, you need to stay online. Check it every time if there is available schedule. And some people doing it, they are calling the SEP, but trust me, calling SEP is not so helpful sometimes, but sometimes it does, because most of the time they are not really answering. So when you took an appointment, when there isn't a schedule available, you have to click it immediately. You have to, wherever it is, when you're making a schedule, you have to go there, including all the documents that you've been uploaded. If it takes like expired already, everything is not your fault, because they took so much time, you know what I mean. You take everything, the original, and also make another copy in case you need it. And also you have to bring some extra money, because more or less for non-European or non-Brazilian, it's a little bit higher the prices they are paying for the penalty. And for the card, if I'm not mistaken, it's 47 euro. So when you went there, you're gonna receive the paper that to process everything, and after maybe a couple of weeks, you're gonna receive your resident card. So that's all my information, and based on my knowledge and also some research on how to process the visa of a resident card here in Portugal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it informative, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and smash that bell notification so you will never miss any tips and vlogs like this with Magandita. You might also share it to your family or to your friends, whoever needs some information about Portugal. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!